And it's nice to see, and I'm very humbled to be a part of the leadership of Norway House Cree Nation. I take my job seriously, and my door is always open. My phone number is always on, and it's just it's remarkable, I guess, to see this beautiful facility here, and with that, I just want to, for all the dignitaries that are here, you have safe travels home, and those of you that are staying for the week, I hope you enjoy your Norway House Cree Nation Treaty and York Boat Days. I'm helping out down at the York Boat races. I'm emceeing, introducing teams and race updates and all that type of thing. I've been doing that work, since 30 years now. Hard to believe. So, I hope you enjoy your time here at Norway House for the grand opening of this beautiful health center. And with that, I thank you, and let's all be brothers and sisters, and take care of each other. And with that, again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Councillor Orwell, a brother of mine as well too, my first cousin. I'm glad I get to introduce the next best dressed councillor. Next to what I got on and what he's got on, Councillor Dave Swanson.
Thank you very much, Mike. As Mike says, I'm Councillor Dave Swanson. I'd like to acknowledge special guests, Grand Chiefs that are here. Welcome to Norway House, greatest nation in Canada. And also the ministers, welcome as well, and also the other chiefs that are here. Welcome. I see my friend Tybd from Pegwis. Nice seeing you here. Tamiskat na naskamun sa nista tawabas tamano ma tapi sa kaya sa to stanagos sa gibet skatsigate mischeta gipe mamawiyo gipe badmut tamagomeno gibet skat tamagomeno tawabas tay gomeno tatigistano ane kadus tatimateguta aga isen naskamo anista iswabas taman tanago ka negosyo unigani wag wisto sa iyo abastay umened tatimino panigo ya utan utagitis kanaganak. And it's a great honor to be here to acknowledge all the past people that have had a hand in this building here. One of the things that Councillor Abitagan mentions is to build the people. And I'm a former educator. I still love education, and I get involved as much as I can. And one of my beliefs is to build capacity from within, and for us to be able to have the people that will work in here, that are people, that will be the leaders in here, that will be the nurses, that will be the doctors, that will be the cleaning staff. That's my dream, is to make that happen here. Thank you. Also, I want to comment that we have the capacity to be able to do this. We have the next building over. We have a current program that's happening there, a nursing program, and we're still trying to continue. And if you have the opportunity while you're here, I invite you to come and look and see our lab. The emergency department, some of the hospitals are being closed because of the staffing issue. I said, give us about 10 years. We're going to build capacity here, and we're going to lead the province. We're going to lead the country in what we're going to do here, what we're going to build. That is my dream. So with that, I hope that that's something that we can see. And once again, I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And I'm looking forward to having discussions with everybody else here. And I want to congratulate Norway, and I want to congratulate all the people that had a hand in this. Egusane, Ginaskumit now. Enjoy your time in Norway House. Thank you.
And next, I'm going to call on my favorite counselor, Dion Clark. Just kidding. Counselor Clark.
Did he say just kidding? I want to say welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here. Today's a very special day and a day that will always cherish and just remember forever. I just want to share a little story about our old hospital. Our old hospital was built by local people, built by people that lived here, that worked here, and they planted their roots here. And they spent many years going to that hospital and getting services that they need to make sure that their children are healthy. And throughout the years, we've seen the change in that health center, in that old hospital there. And so many years that we've seen the capacity continue to build and the knowledge of our people begin to increase and to increase in the different areas. You know, we've had people like my grandfather and my brother Mike's and his father. They stood side by side building that old health center, that old hospital. Now this time around, we have another generation of young people building this facility, and they did a hell of a good job. Can you put your hands together for our young people? From generation to generation, I've seen the blessings that upon our nation. And many good work has been done because people believed, people trusted one another, and they worked together. They lay aside every differences to stay together on that focus is to make our community better. And that's something we must continue to focus on, is to make our nation strong, to stand together, to build a better and stronger nation for our young people. Because I know there's young people, and the statistics there, we have the largest and youngest population demographic in this nation, Norway House. And I want to encourage every person, every mom and dad, keep doing the best that you can. You're doing great, you're doing an awesome job, and many people out there, you know, life today gets very hard. And we struggle with a lot of different things, but I have faith in our people, I have faith in our staff, I have faith in our teams. I know the task is very hard, and I just want to acknowledge our staff. There's so many of them. I got several of their names if I missed you. I want to acknowledge Lucy Miswagan, put your hand together for Lucy. She's part of our community wellness team. Kathy Paco, she's part of our treatment access team. Debbie Hart Swanson, counselor's wife, married to a nurse. She's part of our Kitasiawin program. Delia Monias, she's part of our home care team. Flora Simpson, she's part of our public health nurses. Olivia Hart, she got a new primary care office here also. We got our Tina Crate, she's part of my team. Where's she? I seen her here somewhere. Tina Crate. And we got Johnny Meikle, another part of our team. And you know, there's so many people I want to acknowledge, even the people of our education team. I see Candace there. You know, I went to school with many of these people, and I see you sitting in this crowd. You make Norway House great. Even though you don't work here, you work in different places, you're going out there. I see Mandy there, I went to school with her. I see Greg there. All of you guys make Norway House special. So thank you so much for being here. God bless you.
That picture Councillor Dion was referring to, there's another gentleman there. His name is George Campbell. Those of you that don't know him, that man started off as a bombardier driver for the hospital back then. And he worked his way up all the way to the highest civil service position in Canada. I think the Director General, I think they're called, Mr. Minister, top bureaucrat. He says it's good enough. He's still alive, that guy. He's 96 years old. But to write a book about him. This time I'm gonna ask up our, the Honorable Minister responsible for Prairies Economic Development of Canada, Mr. Dan Vandell.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor to be here today. Anine, Tansi, bonjour tout le monde, and hello everybody. I'm so pleased to be with you here on this incredible day, this momentous occasion. I'd like to begin by acknowledging we are gathered here on Treaty 5 territory and the traditional territories of the Kinosu CP Cree Nation. There are so many dignitaries here. I'm not going to name you individually, but I want to acknowledge all the dignitaries, the National Chief, the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs Grand Chief, the regional chiefs, of course, Chief Larson for his leadership, all the councillors. I was a councillor myself for 17 years in the city of Winnipeg, so I know the hard work that you do that is unacknowledged, of course, the ministers and other community leaders. Thank you for inviting me here today. I'm especially glad this event is taking place during the Treaty and York Boat Days, and I'm very excited to be part of those festivities as well. Attending ceremonies like this, grand openings, are a special part of my work. But this one is extra special because 5 or 6 years ago, I can't remember exactly, I was a parliamentary secretary to Jane Philpott. And we were up here to announce the original monies, funding for this project. And I remember meeting so many fine people that day. I remember Garrison Settee playing in a band at lunch. I remember being on a York boat with the minister and leaders and having a wonderful day. So this really is a special occasion to come back and see this magnificent structure, building, healthcare center. It's really first class. And I've seen a lot of health centers all over the north. I'm also Minister of Northern Affairs. But I can tell you this is one of the finest facilities I've ever seen. So congratulations to everyone who's had a hand in it. Improving health services in Indigenous communities is something we all need to keep working on. We need to do better. We need to do better. Knowing that there was a great need for a center in this region, we first announced an initial investment of $100 million back in 2018 with Minister Philpott. In the end, our federal contribution for this state-of-the-art facility was just under $160 million. That funding, compared with the hard work and dedication of the volunteers of this community, made this project a reality. And the best outcomes for Indigenous communities are achieved through programs that are designed, programs that are developed and led by First Nations, by Métis, and by Inuit. So I think that's the secret to successful projects. The Kinisu Sipi Nana Tawi Wikamik Health Center of Excellence is a perfect example of that. The community of Norway House Cree Nation was the driving force behind this, and you see the results here today. With dedicated spaces for elders to provide teachings, better access for emergency, inpatient, and palliative care, rehabilitative therapy, as well as community-based programs and services, this center will benefit generations for years and years to come. And we know, you know better than I, that there is more work that needs to be done. That's why we are collaborating with Indigenous partners. We're working together on initiatives. We're collaborating with the provinces, with territories that improve healthcare and advance the self-determination in Indigenous communities. Today's grand opening marks a special day for this community and those in the surrounding areas, all of whom will benefit from this new health center. And I know there needs to be more work done in connectivity. And I can tell you, we've been working with Norway House, and more good news is coming very soon on fiber optic connectivity. And finally, I couldn't agree more with the previous speakers on capacity. We have a real capacity challenge for nurses, healthcare aides. Beyond that, we need plumbers, we need electricians. There's going to be 700,000 retirements in the next few years. So it's really up to the leadership to try to get those jobs for Indigenous, First Nation, Métis, and Inuit young people. We have to develop the programs, we have to connect those dots to make sure that one day all the positions, or very many of the positions in this facility and other facilities like that, will be led by Norway House Cree Nation young people. So thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here, and I look forward to the rest of the afternoon. Thank you. And before I leave, I'd like to present to Chief Anderson a gift on behalf of the federal government. Thank you so much. I did a good job rapping. There you go.
Thank you, Minister Vandel. And I didn't hear Minister Vandel mention it, but it's worth noting that the Norway Health Center of Excellence is the largest on-reserve commitment from the federal Liberal government's entire decade in power in the whole country. So that's worth acknowledging. Thank you to the government for supporting us. And I want to call on our next speaker on behalf of the province of Manitoba, the Honorable Uzuma Asagwara, Deputy Premier, Minister of Health.
Everyone, good morning, good afternoon. What time is it? Good afternoon? Morning? Afternoon, okay. Thank you so much. I'm very pleased to be here with all of you. Thank you. To bring greetings on behalf of our provincial government on this incredible occasion of the grand opening of the Nanatawewi Kamik Health Center, which is truly stunning. It's an exceptional facility. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this health center for many weeks now, and it has been an absolute joy to have a tour, to hear directly from folks who have been envisioning this for a very long time, to meet with folks who are going to be on the front lines of providing health care here. It's an incredible, incredible achievement. And so I want to thank Chief Anderson and Council for Norway House for the invitation to speak today. I'm thrilled to be able to be here on behalf of the province, on behalf of Premier Wab Kinew and our entire team and cabinet. You know, this is obviously many, many years of hard work to get to this point. It's a journey that community has been on for a long time, and it reflects the dedication that those folks, many folks, have had to working together. As a government, we have made very clear from the get-go that our priority is in forming genuine, authentic, meaningful partnerships. That is a priority for us as government. And so it is key for us to make positive relationships, to repair relationships, and to understand the importance and the value of supporting community-centered efforts to improve healthcare for Manitobans living in the North, for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. So I want to thank the community. I want to thank the community for being dedicated to seeing this through, and for what is going to come in terms of incredible health outcomes for those who will be accessing these health services, and for leading the design and planning to get us here today. It's been made really clear that this health center is going to be led by community. It's going to be operated by community. It's a health center that is the largest health center in Manitoba's history, that is going to be led by First Nations, built by Indigenous people, run by Indigenous people on Indigenous land. that is a generational shift. It's a generational and transformative accomplishment. With the center's delivery of care and its focus on combining traditional and Western medicines to create a culturally integrated approach to wellness and healthcare, Norway House, Cree Nation, and surrounding communities will have healthcare for Indigenous people in an incredibly important manner. Learning about the way this building has been designed so intentionally, every detail so intentionally thought of and executed, knowing that there's a sweat lodge that you can see through the windows of patient rooms, and knowing that it's there, and the vision for the future of healthcare being one that is rooted in culture and ceremony and tradition and being accessible for everyone is outstanding and very, very exciting. I do want to acknowledge, yeah, it's very exciting. I want to acknowledge the federal government's contribution and effort to get to today. Minister Vandel, the federal government has been incredible in seeing this project get to this point, and that it will be all levels of government who work truly in partnership moving forward to advance healthcare services. All levels of government. As I said, when our government formed office last fall, we declared our intention to reset the relationship with First Nations, with Métis and Inuit people, to rebuild trust, and to enter into equal partnerships, supporting the goals of rights holders, Indigenous organizations, and leaders to create equitable opportunities and outcomes for their communities. We are dedicated as a government to improving the health outcomes for Indigenous people in Manitoba. Our first budget reflected that commitment. We made some significant investments in that budget to reflect our commitment and the seriousness of it. We're providing grants to support culturally appropriate care of Indigenous elders. We're improving access to dialysis services here in Norway House and in Pimachikamak, Cree Nation as well. This is something that I've heard very consistently. That's something that we see being established here at the health center that is going to transform the way people receive care. It is so important that people receive care in their own community, in their own community. And so it is a priority for us because we've heard very clearly it is a priority for you to ensure that people can get this essential health care in their community, close to their loved ones, and not be expected to travel far and wide distances to get that essential care. Something else that I've heard really consistently, and I was speaking with a physician here after the tour, Dr. Anderson, who talked about for many, many years, people have been advocating and wanting the return of birthing services. I was aware that this has been an issue for a long time. I wasn't aware just how long, quite frankly. It's been a long, long time. This is something that is a priority for us as a government. We are going to return birthing services. That is essential. Birthing services must be returned to the north. Supports for on-reserve births in communities, and as such as we see in this building here, the birthing unit and 2 birthing rooms in this very center are going to make that a reality. That birthing tub is massive, and it was wonderful to hear from folks who have had their own experiences with birthing tubs, and the opportunity to have your whole family, community in the room with you is fundamentally important, and so we look forward to supporting those efforts. We also recognize, we know that there is an acute need to address healthcare staffing across the province, but certainly in the north. We are working, just so you folks are aware, with regulatory colleges and post-secondary institutions to remove barriers for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit folks to become physicians, nurses, allied healthcare professionals, support workers, folks who we know, many of which will be working here at this very health center. And it was wonderful to meet briefly and talk with young folks who are pursuing medical careers and who intend to practice here in Norway House. Young medical students, outstanding young talent who are excited. One person said, "I don't really like Winnipeg." I didn't take that personally, but said that she's very excited to come back and practice in her home community. Young folks who are mentoring other young folks as early as in high school to get comfortable knowing what the healthcare system is and how to get their foot in the door and being a part of our broader healthcare team. Those are opportunities that we are very excited to support. We recognize that when you can get young people into healthcare early, it opens up a world of opportunity for them long term. We recognize that when you train people, when you grow your own in your own community, they're more inclined to stay and practice there. There's a tremendous amount of opportunity for us to work at all levels of government, directly with communities, to take innovative approaches to staff not only this health center, but to develop staffing models, training models that benefit the entire province. And we look forward to working with Norway House Cree Nation to develop an approach that's going to benefit all of Manitoba. And I want to commend you for the work you're already doing in this space. And so today, I'm thrilled. Our government is thrilled to join you for this momentous occasion. This is something that is going to signal to not only the rest of Manitoba, but certainly across the country, what can be achieved when we work together. When we work together. And so it is in the spirit of partnership, reconciliation, and a shared goal of improving the lives of Manitobans that I am so pleased to be here today. I want to congratulate everyone who has been part of making this a reality. I want to reassure you that we are going to do our part as your provincial government to make sure that this health center is a hub for innovation and excellence in Indigenous-led healthcare. I want to thank you again for the invitation to be here. I look forward to visiting time and time again, and for us working together to advance not only improved healthcare outcomes for folks in Norway House Cree Nation, but surrounding communities and all across Manitoba. Thank you. And I too have a gift for Chief Anderson, which I know you're going to open right here. Yeah.
Thank you, Deputy Premier, Minister of Health, Usuma. And there's always a rivalry between Cross Lake and Norway House. Tell our Premier yesterday I came here too. But thank you very much. I'm going to call up our next, our MLA, our very own MLA that represents us in our riding, and he holds a very important role in a legislative building. He's our Minister Speaker, I believe they call him, referring to. So, Minister Speaker, if I can get you to come and address the people of Norway House that you represent.
Use up all my time shaking hands. I'm always honored to come to Norway House, and I'm always impressed. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the leadership of Norway House that has a vision, but they have more than just a vision. They have the tenacity to make that vision come true. They go above and beyond. They should be an inspiration not just to Indigenous communities, but to all our communities of what can be done when you really want to get it done. They've overcome obstacles to become one of the most progressive communities that I have the honor of representing throughout northern Manitoba. It truly is an inspiring day to see this facility that has been built, that is going to help your community, not just with healthcare, but with an opportunity for young people to have a future, an opportunity for young people to have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. It is things like this that are the true visionaries that we see in this community. I really want to acknowledge that and make sure that we all understand, particularly those of us who don't come from this community, what they have achieved, the hardships that they've overcome to be that inspiration to us all. I'm somewhat jealous because they have a much nicer hospital than most other communities that I have the honor of representing. So we have some work to do to make sure that we can step our games up to rival what Norway House has achieved here. So hopefully some government ministers are listening back there. I want to thank you for inviting me to be here. I want to thank the community for always making me feel welcome to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Now we're going to call on the head of First Nations leadership in the whole country. Our own Manitoban is the national chief. That's National Chief Cindy Woodhouse of the Assembly of First Nations.
My head's big. Wow, it's such a remarkable day to be here. I want to acknowledge that we're on Treaty 5 territory. What an honor to be here this morning. I want to congratulate the community of Norway House, each and every one of you. And I want to also welcome and thank and acknowledge Grand Chief Merrick. What a pleasure. Congratulations on your recent re-election. We're also proud of you. Chief Sati, good morning. Nice to see you again, our Chief Sati from MKO. And my new colleague, Willie Moore. Hi, nice to see you. My old job. And I want to thank our chairs. I want to thank this chief and council. Minister, nice to see you, Minister. Deputy Premier, I'm so proud of you. And every time I go nationally, I always say, Manitoba was once said to be the most racist province in this country. And Manitoba's not that anymore. We have the first First Nations Premier, and we are so proud of him. I want to congratulate you all on Natikimik. I got it? Not to wait. Yeah, okay. Dion, Councillor Dion, he tried to help us. I also want to acknowledge the prayer that was done earlier. Absolutely, this is a blessed community, a thriving community. That beautiful song from Juliet Hart. Wow, you've got such an inspirational voice, and I'm so thankful to hear that today. I also want to acknowledge Chief from Peguis. Thank you so much for being here, Chief Stan. And Chief Curvis Anderson from my own home community, my own chief. Nice to see you this morning, and I'm so thankful that you're both here. Projects like this are announced, and I have to congratulate your community because you had built this during COVID. And COVID was very hard on our people. It's been hard on lumber prices. It's been hard even just ordering a new window. Things fluctuate very fast. And I have to say that I commend your chief and council because when I was regional chief, and Willie can appreciate this in about the next year, but you'll get calls from our communities all the time when we're in the midst of projects and things like that happen, like the pandemic, prices skyrocketed. And Chief had seen this right off the bat with people like Loretta Bear, and I've seen Debbie here and your council, and they brought all of us together in this community, and they said, everybody's coming here. And Chief was very adamant that we'd all come together and that we would solve that so that we can see today happen. So I want to congratulate your chief and your council and the staff that support them, that say there wasn't enough and we're going to fix it so that today can happen. And I know that this morning there's still work to do. And Loretta had taken us through, and thank you, Loretta, for your hard work, that she wants $55 million more for the MRI. But we have we have the feds and the provinces here to fix the MRI section, and I know the chief will be there pushing and pulling. So we're so proud of you, and we know that the work must continue. I also, I don't want to take up too much time. I know that there's lots of speakers to be had, and I just want to say, as being your national chief, I'm going to do my best, and I'll be here to try and work with your chief to make sure that doors are open and to make sure that some of these gaps that sometimes exist, that we close them so that people in the north, that we matter, that First Nations people matter. We can't be left out of this country anymore. Lastly, in closing, I want to say that I'm I'm so proud of Norway House, and I recognize you during the Olympics because you have your own Olympian, Justina Di Stasio. And I know that we've been watching her. We only wish the best for her in her competition. But to me, she has already accomplished. She's accomplished this, being the best at something she loves to do and striving to do her best. This says a lot about your nation and your attitude on supporting your own and pushing in the boundaries of excellence. And we hope that all First Nations across this country can follow Norway House in this vision and in this reality. And I want to also congratulate the Government of Canada, the Province of Manitoba. This is what happens when you work with First Nations people. Things get built, things get done. So chimigwech, gigyob minwa, minna. Where's my colleague? Regional Chief, Willie Moore. Come on, back. So if I'm not around, this young man will fill in my place half the time now. But we've got a gift for Chief. On behalf of the Assembly of First Nations, the 634 First Nations that we comprise of, that we give you this beautiful gift, and we wish you nothing success, love, prayers for good outcomes and good health.
Thank you to our National Chief, Cindy Woodhouse, and the presentation to the host Chief, Chief Larson Anderson. My name is Willie Moore, this is Saucy Cree Nation, newly elected Manitoba AFN Regional Chief. So it's good to be here, and good to see everybody, gather. It's always, good times when we gather like this for this historic moment. They always telling my colleagues, it's good to see the projects come to fruition in our communities. So many times we had to leave home, to get the service delivery, for basic human rights, basic health care. So, like the counselor had mentioned, Counselor David, the service delivery, the capacity. The greatest resource we have is our own people. We got to keep investing in that. So I just want to mention like the National Chief has mentioned, like I said, while government's here, I just have one message to government. Through the recognition of our rights, having us at the table, being included from the beginning. Because many times in the past, a lot of things were always negotiated without us. We have the answers in our communities, the leadership. We know what's best for us. And it's important to stand by your leadership. You guys have a model community, Norway House Cree Nation, and it's something to be proud of. I had the opportunity to travel coast to coast, many places. What you guys have here, the infrastructure, the Treaty New York boat days, and those things to be proud of that. And always support your leadership, the sacrifice and the commitment they do for your community, because the kids are watching. And like Chief Anderson had said at the assembly, so I'm not really, so I don't consider myself a politician, he said. I'm just there to get the work done, because I have to be accountable to my community, my people. And over the years, because I served as a counselor in NCN for 8 years, these guys, I traveled with them quite a bit in the past. They do good work. And you guys should be proud of that, because the advocacy, the implementation of their business, is a result of this. So I just want to give a shout out to my good bros here too, MCs Mike and Tyler. I got great respect for both. Tyler was my running mate in the election a couple of weeks ago. We had a good, clean campaign. We support each other, respect each other, and that's important. And we demonstrated that to this day. So I just wanted to give my bro a shout out for that. And so, and with that, I'm not going to say too much, but congratulations again to the Kinisio CP, Nana Tawigamik Health Center of Excellence. And they ask them now, so in the Norway House, be proud. Look at this beautiful facility you guys have. Thank you.
Thank you, Regional Chief Willie Moore. I think he's moving on me. We're going to change a few things around first. I apologize to Grand Chief Merrick, but the young ones are getting a little restless here. They need to let out some steam, so we're going to let them sing for us. How's that? So we'll bring the little ones up here. Come on. They're going to sing O Canada in Cree. So when they start singing, those of you that care to join, just stand up, okay? We're going to hear our O Canada being sung in Cree.
Tanse, my name is Colleen Oman. Ninanaskamanuta anoskabe dohtian. Ebewa patin tagagugani saga nagamutsik. They've been coming to school, coming to Cree Camp for the whole month of July. So round of applause. I'm going to talk briefly about our logo. I'm not going to take too much time because they're breakfast. I'm tired. Our logo represents, if you see the logo on our t-shirts, the very foundation of our identity is based on our language and culture. So the little fire is their little fire while they're learning the language. And our hope is that they take that language home to their families. And the circle represents the community. It takes the whole community to work together in teaching our language and culture, along with living off the land. They've learned how to catch fish with a net, fishing, and they also fed the community workers while they were preparing ducks. Okay? How? Jessica.
For your information, the federal minister raised the Canadian flag while they were singing in Cree, O Canada. Thank you, Mr. Minister. All right, I'm going to call up our very dear friend. Yeah, that's better. Our Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, Grand Chief and our neighbor from Cross Lake, former chief from Pimichikamak. And they were able to get Wapkan over there where they had their opening for their health facility. I just had to put that in again. But I'm proud of her for her recent election. She got it in the first round. She had two other challengers, and she took it in the first round as lady. Give her a big hand and give her a warm Norway House welcome.
Good afternoon. Gaganagitata miskatna anuts kaise minogisigak mine pese mamawiak pese nistaina mag mistaigap matusketse kuniganiwak isinukuta sikanutse tepe minosiko maitaga kaise paski tena maganuts. So if you didn't understand me, too bad. Just kidding. So, good afternoon, everybody. Nanas kumun epise wichawitagok. I'm very happy to be here. And I want to begin by acknowledging the Creator for bringing us together for a very special event for our people of Norway House, Kinusesi Peak. I want to acknowledge our Treaty 5 territory and the land that belongs to all of us. I want to thank Chief Larson Anderson and the Council of Norway House Cree Nation, first and foremost for supporting me when I was looking for support. And what was very touching was that we were neighbors, and that we were able to support each other, and that we were able to work together. So I thank you for that, and also for welcoming me to your nation, and for inviting the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs to be part of this historic day. Thank you to Reverend Gordon Swanson for the opening prayer, and to Juliet Simpson-Hart for the beautiful song. I acknowledge the elders and members of Norway House Cree Nation, and I also acknowledge the many dignitaries who have all traveled to be here. National Chief Cindy Woodhouse, Grand Chief Sati from Pimichikamak, Regional Chief Will Moore from Mississauga, Chief Curvis Anderson, Chief Bird, and representatives from Fisher River Cree Nation. And I also want to acknowledge our friends at the provincial and federal government levels, Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, the Honorable Uzoma Asagwara, the Honorable Dan Van Dal, and Isk Canis Leonard and Rod Graham. I extend my gratitude to the healthcare professionals, to the builders, and everyone who had contributed to the realization of this Health Center of Excellence. Today marks a significant milestone for the people of Kinusesi Peak. The opening of this Health Center of Excellence is not just a celebration of a new building, but also of hope, renewal, and a brighter future for your nation's health and well-being. For far too long, the provisions of health services in your community has been constrained by a series of infrastructure limitations. First Nations are often left to deal with the outcomes of government inaction of our nations. Our aging facilities have struggled to meet the growing and evolving needs of our people. Inadequate resources have further hampered our ability to deliver comprehensive primary and acute care services. So my friends, it's 2024, and I'm glad to be able to witness something in my lifetime, where we will have primary care services for our people in our nations. The prevalence of chronic diseases compounded by local economic challenges and your rugged natural geography has underscored the urgent need for renewed health infrastructure. Animutsaga teo kagipe isinagog, your previous hospital. And today, with the vision of your leadership that have worked tirelessly, that have pounded on doors, that have begged governments to be able to provide the health center for excellence that we celebrate today, represents a turning point. It symbolizes our commitment to improving health services, advancing sustainable health delivery, and enhancing the overall well-being of the residents of Kinusay-Peak. I understand that this new facility is equipped to provide a higher standard of care, addressing both immediate and long-term health needs. And I'm very jealous as I stand here today to be able to see the birthing that we need. There is not one community in this province that has birthing in their nations. And all our children are born out in urban areas. So it's very historical to bring that back again for our people and for our women and our children. The impact of the center extends beyond just healthcare. It will create jobs, foster economic development, and serve as a catalyst for further advancements in your nation's infrastructure. Moreover, this health center of excellence will empower your nation to take control of your health and wellness. It will provide a space for healing that respects and incorporates our culture, practices, and values, ensuring that our approach to healthcare is holistic and inclusive. As we stand here today, let us remember that it is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to build a future where every member of Kinusay-Peak has access to the highest standard of health and wellness. This is not only your treaty right, but it is your inherent right, gifted to you by a Creator as the first people of this land. So I appreciate the Minister for lifting the Canadian flag today while our young ones were singing "O Canada" in their language. Chief Anderson and Council, thank you for your unwavering dedication to completing this project and restoring health and wellness to the grassroots people of Kinusay-Peak. Today, as we celebrate this achievement and the hope it brings, we are reminded that the possibility of our shared future is far greater than the story of our past. So we're going to leave that behind. We're going to move forward. We're going to work together, and we're going to make Manitoba great again for our people. So, like I said in the Naskamun, I know I'm long-winded, but I always have a message to deliver. and I'm also from Pimichikamak. So thank you, Agusana. I got a gift for you too.
Okay, so our final leadership dignitary from Pimichikamak, Grand Chief Garrison Sati. Where Premier Wabkanu went for their grand opening.
Tutemak, nitisanak, niwagumaganak, naspits ni meneniten and utsute ni poyan. Agwa, ni mamitisin. Kay siwapa tama naspits eminosik. Kititawin niwag, kitatawit si menotsik, kitinimi wawag, naspits ni mamitisin kinawawutse. Kimenenita mat nawaw. Nanatawiwewe kamik. Itsika teuma. And that is appropriate kita isinigata mek because kikito na naman na agusiga mek man kikito na ano. But we're changing it. Kimiskoteni tena no asa nanatawi ga mek itatanatawi go si kitini na nagnaswis na mamitsin ginawa utse. Tenen ni musi tani sa naspits tegnis ta naspits isa wanaw e peudutiak mina wanaw et tagusinag isiniu yak e pag siguro mago misisige gon ginanotse kita mino patita kitini minawag naspis minos ne gonuts. For those of you that didn't understand what I said, I'm from the other greatest nation in Canada. It is a great privilege to be here with you on this very historic occasion. This is a very historic moment for Kinasewa CP Cree Nation on their ancestral lands. They have proven to us that their people deserve a state-of-the-art health center for their people because their people deserve it. They have demonstrated that. There is a writing in the book of Proverbs that says, where there is no vision, people perish. And this vision that they have allowed to come into a reality is because they believe that their people deserve the best, and we have the best here. And I'm also inspired by a saying that says, if you build it, they will come. And you have built, and we have come. And all of us are here to celebrate of what you've done for your people. This is a great accomplishment. I have nothing but the highest respect for your council. Your chief is a warrior, and his councilmen are warriors, and they have proven that by allowing this facility to be created on First Nation land, First Nation led. This is historic, and I'm very happy to be here. And this opens the door for anybody else to even attempt to try to follow this work that has been done here in Norway House, and we are very hard to be part of this. And I know that in the future, that there's going to be a lot of people from this nation that will work here. Norway House will have their own doctors working here. Norway House, where they have their own people working in diagnostics, nurses, healthcare aides, and even surgeons. Come on, let's believe that. So I want to thank everyone that has been part of this project, this vision, because we need to work together to see these things come a reality. The people that they've hired to work with them, the people that are representative of the government. Thank you, Dan Vandel, for being here, for believing in Norway House. Thank you so much. And also Minister Aguzera, thank you so much for being here to share this moment with our people here in Norway House. And my colleagues, National Chief Cindy Woodhouse, and my sister, Grand Chief AMC of Pimicikamak also, Kathy Merrick, and also new colleague Willie Moore, and also I want to thank a lot of the people that are here from Pinemo Tang. I'm really happy to see you here. And I was telling Chief Stan Bird, I said, this is a beautiful community. It's just like Peguis, I said that. Thank you for being here. But together we're here to share this moment of history, to see this brand new facility, the Health Center for Norway House. I'm so happy to be here. Can you do me a favor? Can you give Norway House Cree Nation a standing ovation? Come on, help me out. Ego signing in a commit now.
Nothing beats Grand Chief Sati at the mic. But I just want to express my gratitude for having the opportunity to be Master of Ceremonies with Mike today. I think back to 2004 when we cut the ribbon for the Helen Betty Osborne School, I was 7 or 8 years old and I was part of that. 20 years later, I'm able to be an MC and part of the ribbon cutting of the Health Center of Excellence. And then that plane's interrupting me. Carlos. But in closing, Nanatuiwegamik, a place to heal. May this building bring hope. May this building bring love, bring care, bring compassion, and bring goodness to our community. Our young people will be born here. We will die in dignity, surrounded by our family here. May this bring goodness and hope and love back to Norway House Cree Nation. Let's put the first back in First Nations people. The first to have opportunities, the first to have good infrastructure, good opportunities, good funding. Let this be the first of many opportunities to come to our community. God bless you all, and God bless the future of Norway House Cree Nation. Thank you.
Now, how am I going to follow that up? Before we close, I'm gonna get the gentleman there, the hand drum, to come up. Come make your way up here, young man. Just a little bit of history. I need to acknowledge some people that have gone to the spirit world that help us start the process of what we're doing here today. One guy that comes to mind, his name was William Buggles Clark, Billy Clark. Former Mayor Elizabeth Eisbister, Stella Bailey. I forget who else was there with us. But the former staff, Alice Hart from Norway House. I stole her from Health Canada to come home and work with us for this development of this. Cecilia Stevenson from Peguis. And there's so many people. But there's another lady, a young lady then, I brought on that working group. She was a youth representative at that time. She actually worked with Vince. Her name is Pamela Tate Rio. I forgot her last name, sorry. And some people I noticed in the crowd as well too, Miss Melanie McKinnon. She helped us. A lot of people did a lot of work to get to where we are today. Not just one person can take credit for this. It took a team, it took the community took the leadership, the will to be able to do it. And Naskamo, Kunigani, our community of Norway House, and former past leaders as well, like Ron Evans comes to mind. You know, he was instrumental here too as well. His fingerprints are all over this place. And he needs to be acknowledged for that. And I thank him for that. And the Sigurdsson folks there, when you wave your hand, wait, and that new CEO there, those VPs guy there, I forgot their name, sorry. But these guys were the ones, the general contractors that helped build this facility like that. And it's that partnership you have of people that you bring together, make things happen for us. And I thank you guys for that. I'm going to ask this young man to, because it's part of our program that we have the hand drum. It's supposed to have been done right after the singing of O Canada in Cree, but I wouldn't do it. Sunny? Okay.
So thank you, everybody. So we'll be doing a raising of the flag ceremony in a bit, but I just want to do an acknowledgement. So as we know, like our Treaty York days are going to be starting up, and you know our people like to honor one another, and so at this year we wanted to honor two individuals, an honorable king and honorable queen. You know, we, as our First Nations people, we always acknowledge our people, how dedicated they are, and these two individuals, you know, had volunteered countless hours without even asking. They just come out, and so at this time, I wanted to honor first Robert Hart. If you can come up here, I have a blanket for you. You know, Robert, he has his own. He has his own, you know, he runs all the time, and he's always supportive. He never asks for anything, and he's always around our community. Every year, countless years that he comes, and he's there for us to, you know, whatever we needed from there. So I just wanted to honor Robert at this time as an honorary king.
Robert has been a marathon runner, and he ran until over 60 years, over the age of 60 years. I don't know, maybe you can share. So he continued to run, and he continued to volunteer. In the memory of our other Olympian, Joe Keeper.
Thank you very much, Robert. And we also have our honorary queen. So we dedicate this one to Karen Osborne. She's same thing as Robert. She knows she's there. She's always dedicated. She's my auntie, so I didn't choose her. Our committee chose her. You know, she's very kind. She always supports the kids. For example, like she always gets my kids gifts all the time. We didn't ever ask, and it's she's a very heartwarming person and accepts all the kids around and supports them as much as possible. So give it up for Karen Osborne.
Karen, my sister, she's the first woman to run the Joe Keeper Marathon at the age of 21. And she's the only one that ran, the only woman that ran it with the men, and she finished the marathon.
So at this time, we're going to start the raising of flag ceremonies. Can I get the dignitaries to Chief Anderson and Minister to maybe set up over here? Yeah, just stand right there. You want me to, do you need to? Okay. So, yeah, as our dignitaries are getting ready, we're just going to be preparing. So our flags are over here just to kick off our Treaty York Boat Days. And so at this time, we're going to have our drum song, Adam Sullivan here to do a brief drum song to honor our Treaty York Boat Days kicking off today. And then I'll speak, continue to speak. So before we move forward, we want to make sure that this time we want to honor our ancestors and our people that have passed on at this time. And with that, welcome to the 2024 Treaty New York Boat Day ceremony. Thank you.
Hang on, before we close in prayer, we can't forget our guests, the leaders of their own nations that took the time to be here. Chief Dr. Stan Bird, Peguis First Nation. Chief Curvis Anderson from Penamutang First Nation. Can you come and address the crowd before we close?
I'll make it quick because it's starting to rain. First of all, I want to acknowledge the opening prayer of Reverend. I always acknowledge that in Penamutang. Congratulations to Norway House Cree Nation on opening an Antawegamig Health Center of Excellence. I'm able to say that because that's one word we share, as in our Anishinaabe and Muskegum, is Nanantaweg. The same meaning too. It's a place of healing. That's how we're part of our relations, I guess you could say. Like we have a lot of similarities in our language. I can understand maybe a quarter when you speak. My dad spoke Cree, and I have a sister-in-law that speaks both too. I didn't pick up a whole lot from them. We used to have visitors from Norway House come to our nation quite often. But just want to introduce myself as Chief of Penamutang. My name is Curvis Anderson. Some of you might wonder why I'm here. I was invited by Chief Larson. Chief Larson is, we're getting into a partnership with the Norway House on our economic development side. And I also want to see a lot of similarities in the way Chief Larson does things, I'll say. He runs his community. The biggest one is, I noticed, is the acknowledgement of the youth and the preparation for the youth. I was very overwhelmed to see our young people learning their language here in a month-long camp. It's good to go around and pick up on these things we can try back home also. I also sit on the FINISM board with Chief Larson Anderson, First Nation Health Social Secretary of Manitoba. Just to keep it short, it's a big project. I know the work it takes in there to getting this done. On the back of the program, you'll see acknowledgements. Can you imagine the number of people in those acknowledgements that have worked on this? Right now, we're doubling our health center in the small scale compared to this. I think we're going to end up at about 10% the size of your facility here, going up to 10,000 square foot. Same thing with our band administration office, doubling the size of that. And these two projects, I know that the amount of work and meetings and effort it takes. Can't imagine the size of effort needed here to get this done. And the many years those are the things that are unseen when you see the acknowledgements there. But with that, again, just to keep it short, congratulations to Norway House on the opening of your wonderful facility. We did have a gift, just to keep it short. We had a two-part gift, but we had an issue with our plaque, and I committed to the council and the chief, I'll be back. I've been trying to get up here for a year, almost a year now. We had plans to come and tour Norway House and see the economic development areas. And so I committed now. I'll be back later this month. Now I have a bigger reason. I'll be delivering the gift. And I have part of the gift here, but I'll be bringing the plaque within a month. So with that, God bless you, and God bless Norway House. Thank you.
Our final speaker, Chief Bird. The slickest dressed chief in Manitoba.
I have a gift here for leadership for the community, and the chief will, I'm sure, open it as well. I'll be very brief. I know it's been a long day, but Tansei, good afternoon, elders, youth, leadership, chief and council, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for chief and council for the invitation to share this day, this special day, and also honored to say a few words. First of all, I want to say that this is a mighty fine facility, beautiful facility, and it's a giant step towards addressing the health gaps that I'm sure your nation faces. And we know as Indigenous people that we experience higher rates of chronic illness, maternal and infant mortality, and in general, poorer health outcomes than as compared to non-Indigenous Manitobans. In the case nationally, we face significant social barriers to accessing high quality care. We face obstacles when trying to make appointments to see primary care physicians. And accessing specialist care requires hours of transportation and coordination, and that's not something I have to share with the people of Norway House. And what this results in is delayed access and timely care. And that's what we want for our people. Your facility here represents all that we have been denied as Indigenous people, and that is improved access to quality health care, one that is holistic and culturally appropriate. I'm sure it will bring lower hospital rates, admission rates, services and programs that are aligned to understand the needs of the people, and overall better health care for your people. So on behalf of my nation, on behalf of Peguis First Nation leadership and his people, I want to congratulate Chief and Council, the community of Norway House for such a remarkable work that they've accomplished here. So miigwech and ekose.
And a gift from Chief Curvis Anderson and Panemu Tang. This gift is from them? And this gift is from the Kim Board, Dr. Barry LaValle.
Thank you, Mike. Oh, put on the mic. Oh.
This one was from?
So that one was from Dr. LaValle. Now, Dr. LaValle, we got one for you too.
I just wanted to say thank you, Dr. LaValle, and that, we're going to set up an office for you in the building here, as you promised to come and work here for a little while to warm up the place.
That's a gift from Santec, our consultants that work with us towards the home stretch. Thank you. Wait, Pucklook, and could we have the CEO as well up here, please? The CEO name is Tyler Bennett. He took over from my old friend Grant Sigurdsson. So, oh, wow.
Gail Sinclair made that?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I buy it? Can I buy that?
Gift for Wade Polinsky and the CEO, Tyler Bennett. We got gifts for them. We're exchanging gifts here. I hope we don't give each other our gifts back. If you do, let us know, please. And 1,000 apologies if we do. I don't know. You guys have to let us know who got gifts now, guys, because I don't want to call them up. Louis Berry and Rod Graham. This guy's been around forever. In my other life as a counselor, I used to deal with this guy. He's an all right guy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I have the RCMP Superintendent, Paul Peddle, to come up? You know, we wanted to recognize all the work the RCMP have been doing, along with our dedicated team at FNSO department, Trudy Hart and her staff. And this is something that Norway House has been really trying hard to stem the tide of alcoholism and drug addiction, and so we're partnering with the RCMP as much as we have been and continuing to be. We've been meeting with KSMA, which is a Child and Family Services, and they're taking over our lodge and converting it into a land-based treatment center. We also have a 24-unit apartment building that used to be housed for housing. We're converting that into a treatment center. So we are pushing really hard to get our own way of healing and using our lands, using our facilities, and more importantly, using our people. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chief. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Jennifer Wheatley. Did I say it right? Jennifer Wheatley? Chief, not. Let me know. Said it was empty. He says, oh, it scared me. Dr. Josh Francois. Is he around? There he is. Chief. Candace Leonard.
Thank you so much.
All right. CEO of Northern Regional Health. Who's our CEO for Northern Regional Health? Who? Oh, the next one is Doug Snell, Shared Health. Okay. No, we're not on this one. Thank you. Kim Gray, Shared Health. We're just about done here. Marian Ellis, CEO of Interlake North Regional Health Authority. Kim Gray, over. Marian knows.
And then we just want to acknowledge a couple doctors that are partnering with Norway Cree Nation, from the Director of Health, Dr. Hani Gabalawi, and Dr. Robinson. Come and get a gift. I hope I didn't butcher that name. There's no name here. I just.
Debbie.
Debbie, is that it?
Good? Oh, JNR.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Which one are you, Dr. Robinson? I'm Dr. Robinson. And then this is a gift for you from Chief.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And then
JNR. Our partners in building this facility, JNR. Oh, West Can, sorry. West Can. Anybody from West Can here? Come on up. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh, and you got a gift too. Paintings are getting bigger, guys. Thank you. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's a local artist, you said, right? Rhonda Abitagan. Oh, woman of many talents. Rhonda, thank you. Beautiful work. All right, next. Dr. LaValle. Dr. LaValle? Here, huh? He was here earlier. He's gone? All right. This lady is originally from Norway. Turn around. Evelyn Broadfoot, I think, is her mom, right? Evelyn's your mom? Evelyn Brofalo, Tansa. Reverend Dr. Postal. Come on up, sir. I acknowledge you.
The chief has to get away for an announcement with the federal minister, so we'll have Deputy Chief Eddie Albert assist with the last of the presentations.
By the way, once we're done here, folks, there's food over there for our people and dignitaries that were invited. They got food for you guys in there. So you're getting the same thing everybody's getting. All right? Oh, the dignitary foods is inside. They're already done over there. Okay. I hope you enjoy that fish. All right. Buenago. Buen agua. Archibald from Stantec. I think I'm saying it right. Oh, there he is, yeah. I didn't recognize this guy. He had his glasses. I thought he was one of Lone Star's band members or something like that. There you go.
And the next gift is from our finance consultants, HLL Consulting. Corey Smith is presenting that.
Helen from Stantec. Helen. Oh, this lady's been around for a while here, in and out of Norway House. Thank you. Okay, next one. That was it?
That's it. Closing prayer.
No, you gotta do. Okay, this concludes our program, ladies and gentlemen. We got food for you guys inside there, but before we do that, I think it's only fitting that because, can I ask Florence Duncan, our health director, to come up here? Two jobs, Florence. One is to bless the food we are about to receive, and a closing prayer for this event. I think she's been around for a long time, Florence, as a counselor, health director, social worker. She's done a lot of things to help our people to heal. And she's here to, her office is over there in this building, and I think it's only fitting that she helps us with a closing prayer and blessing of the food. Eh?
Thank you, everyone. We'll close in prayer right away so we can go and eat, and we want all our dignitaries, our guests that came in, your food will be served inside, and the community, the public can grab their food from which side? I think it's on that side. Oh, it's they already started. Okay. No tawinan ga gisewatsin. Kinanas ko mitnan ga gipewitsew yakan sa gisigag. Minaga pe be minokanwenim yak. Misawenim yak. Minanagat sihiyak. Nanas ko mono magagasta yakan sa gisigag. Kani stamagu yahok. Igi mamawitsik. Igi wapata hiki gonagin tawentahik. O menusse teihtagohuta. Nanatawi wegamik. Kaita makago. Muna wasme ega wasme tawenta mahta si puesti aktan teu be pimiak. Mina tante natahtuwe hana husuinaga pagamiskaguya. Ega gotita si puesti akitaweni hamis ega skenta higininuak. Kahina usaweni migonigan the chief and council and every leader that's here. representing their community. Thank you for coming, everyone. Bless them as they travel home. Bless them, bless their families, and take care of their families while they're away at work. Each and every one of us, we always ask for that kind of prayer. We thank you for the people that were able to present, we were able to present the gifts to. And we thank you, Lord, for everything that you're doing with the health staff that are running the health fair, and in the community, in our community, as we open our festivities for the season, a wonderful time to get together with family and friends. We thank you for that. We ask for a blessing and for to protect our children and our young people, and to take care of our elders. Ako magagate nanas ko mo mina mitsimos tsikawitut namak niyo inakis at minuskagwiak. Father, we also thank you for the food we're about to receive, for our strength and for our nourishment. We thank you. We ask for your continued blessing. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Jose, thank you very much, people, for joining us today. Historic day. There's food in there. Pickerel. It was fresh out of the water as early as yesterday, as late as yesterday. All right, so folks, come and join us, please. All right? Thank you again. Oh, the ribbon. Let's do it in there. We'll do a cutting ribbon ceremony in there. We'll get Debbie. You'll organize it in there. All right. Have a good day.